Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my videos, and today I bring you guys the best Sub Jutsu Tier List in Shindo Life. Now the last time I actually did one of these was a very long time ago, and there has been a lot of new changes and a lot of new Subjutsus that have actually been added to the game. So anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember that like button to get the for more. What's the next one guys? Alright, so we're gonna start off with air control. Air control is going to be at bad simply because it only extends your M1 range. It doesn't increase your damage of your M1s at all. It's just an M1 extender basically. Next up is going to be body replacement. It's obviously going to be really good. It's basically just the replacement for an auto dodge in case you do not have an auto dodge, but it still isn't quite as good as an auto dodge, but it is very good and very underrated. Cloud trap is going to be in med. This overall, it's a place lock stun. You can use it for combos, but really nobody uses it ever since it got nerfed. Confusion illusion is going to be in bad below air control. This is the reason for this because it literally just mixes your controls up, and it's pretty much just a troll thing to use, not really any good. Now demon warp is actually going to be really good. Ignore the second demon warp, that's an accident. But demon warp is actually going to be really good. It is a very good traveling move, and it's one of the only travel moves that you can use outside of bloodlines. Next one's going to be a dual electro. This one's going to be in good simply because it does a decent amount of damage and has a decent stun. But overall, you will not be using this very much in your combos unless you are very close to them and you have a combo that specifically uses this. EU companion is going to be going into above dual electro and good. The reason for this because it's very good for farming, but other than that, there's not really any reason to use this. Exploding vanishing clone is going to be at the bottom of med. There's really no reason to ever use this. It pretty much does a small amount of damage and it doesn't even work half the time. Sleeping Genjutsu has like 20 hand signs. Fire Shuriken's actually going to be going into the middle of good. It is an instantaneous ability that can be used the same way as Shurikens can be used, and overall it is very useful as a subjutsu for combos. Fireworks Subjutsu is actually going to be going to the top of really good. It is one of the best block breakers in the game and actually does a surprising amount of damage and has a surprising amount of range. Flame Control is going to be going to the top of Met. Overall, you can use this to do extra damage in M1 combos, but that's pretty much the only reason to ever use this. Fog Dissolution is going to be our first broken one. Fog Dissolution overall is very good as an iframe move. But other than that, like, you can't really do anything else other than run away with this, or maybe engage because the place locks stun from it. But overall, it is very broken as a subjutsu. The Gazoma Do is going to be going to the bottom of broken. This does use forged Rengoku moves, and I'm sure you guys know how busted that is, just because you guys understand how busted that is from the companions. Great Spiraling Spirit Bomb is going to be going to the bottom of broken. It just does a crap ton of damage. Heavenly Wall is actually going to good above Fire Shurikens and below Hawk Summoning. The reason for this is because it's a very good defensive move, but other than that, it's kind of bad. Lightning Shuriken's actually going to the top of broken. This is one of the best combo extenders in the game because it actually has a decent amount of stun and it is instantaneous ability. Water Style is going to be actually going below Air Style and bad. It pretty much just slows your opponent down, and that's even worse than extending your M1s. Medical Mode Transfer is actually going to the bottom of good. This is very good for team fights, but other than that, there's not really ever any reason to ever use this because, you know, you transfer mode to people. If there's no one to transfer mode to, then, you know, I don't really need to explain that. Next up is going to be multi-shadow clone. Overall, this is actually pretty bad. They need to make it so you cannot drain mode from your clones because ever since you could drain mode from your clones, this is very bad to use outside of duels. Peak Jutsu is actually going to the above Clown Trap and Met. It's pretty much just a better Clown Trap, and that's all there is to it. There's not really ever any reason to ever use it unless you're trolling, obviously. Rapstyle Meteorite is actually going to the bottom of bad. It doesn't even work half the time. Rapstyle Prison is actually going to the bottom of really good. This is a very good replacement in case you do not actually have water equipped, because a lot of people would rather have rare elements equipped, so obviously this is a good replacement for that. Rapstyle Warp is actually going into really good below body replacement. I'm going to putting normal warp right next to it. They're pretty much the exact same. They do the exact same thing, but has different like looks to them. But overall, they are very useful to escape combos, and they can be very annoying if the person that's actually using them knows how to use them correctly. Electro Blades have to be going to the top really good because you can fling people, and that's fun. Reaper Spirit's going to be going to the bottom of broken. Overall, this is very buggy recently. Unless they fix the bugs, this is definitely going to tank in the list, but without the bugs, it is very broken and very good to use. Scarecrow is pretty much the exact same thing, but a reskin. The two heals are actually going into good below Heavenly Wall. Medical team heal is actually better than self-heal because you can heal your teammates with it, and that can be very useful in team fights. But they can be very annoying to use, like fight against, if the person that's actually using them spams them and has enough time to charge their chi to be able to, you know, heal themselves over and over again. Psycho Sword's obviously going to go into broken. I'm going to putting it probably below Fog Dissolution above Gazoma Do. Even with the hand size, it is still very useful to use in combos. Senko Bomb, however, is going to tank in the list. I'm going to putting it to the bottom really good. With hand size, Senko Bomb is practically just an insanely garbage ability. They need to make it so it doesn't have hand size so it could compete with Senko Storm. Normal Shadow Clones actually going into bad. I'm going to putting it below water. This is very useful if you don't have anything else to use, but if you can use anything else, then just pick that over Shadow Clone. Oh, my bad. That was actually Shadow Clone Barrage. That's going to be going to really good above body replacement and below demon. Above body replacement and below demon warp. The normal Shadow Clone is going to be going there. Shadow Stone is actually going to the top of good. It is very annoying to fight, but it's actually very easy to counter these because they do not last forever, so you can pretty much just run away and they will never actually trigger. Now, water vanishing clones and wood vanishing clones are actually very similar, but I believe that wood is actually better. But wood clones are actually going to the top of really good. Water clones is going to be going below that. They're practically the exact same thing, but I'm pretty sure woods is a little bit better. Now, lightning control is actually just a better flame control. It just basically has a little stun attack to it, but you know, M1's already stunned, so there's no real reason to ever use this. The shock slam is going to be going into the bottom of broken. This is very good as a replacement for shiver slam because it actually does more damage to shiver slam, but the stun isn't as long. Slay bomb is actually going to the bottom of good. It's very annoying to fight. No one ever uses this, but it's practically just Clay's move reskinned. Now, the normal slay move is very good for traveling, but in actual combat, there's not really a reason to ever use this. Snake summon is actually going into the bottom of broken as well with frog summoning. These are very annoying to fight. They're practically like having a companion that doesn't last as long. Now, normal Odama Spear Bomb is actually going into really good. I'm actually going to be putting it probably above Firework because it actually does have a block break on it. People don't understand this. It actually was changed. It has a block break on it, and overall it is very, very good. Shuriken Rush is obviously going to the bottom really good. It's practically just the exact same thing as a Senko Bomb, but as a melee attack. The Toss ability, however, is actually going into really good. I'm going to go putting it above Warp and below Body Replacement. And actually, Vanishing Rasengan is pretty much just a better version of this. Vanishing Rasengan actually just is a lot faster, and overall, I actually started using this once people pointed out in the comment section just how good it is. Stone Control is going to be going into the top of Meh. It is because it block breaks when you M1 people, and that there's nothing special to it besides that. Super Odama Spear Bomb is going to be going to Broken. I'm going to be putting it probably above Shock Slam and below Reaper. Overall, Super Odama Spear Bomb doesn't do as much damage as it used to, but it still is very good as an ability. Gravity Star Warp is going to be going into Meh above Peekaboo Jutsu. It does the same thing, but has an auto dodge onto it. Sleepy Kajutsu is the exact same as Tree Kajutsu. Vanishing Clones I'd be going into really good above Electro Blade and below Water Vanishing Clone. The reason for this is because Vanishing Image is actually very good for annoying people and just getting around. Anyways, guys, it's going to actually be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember hit that like button, subscribe more. Hope to see you next one, guys. Bye-bye.